The No Boundaries radio show may contain adult material and coarse language. Listener discretion is advised.
This is Mick Scott from C Spot Kill, and I want you to know that I'm listening to one of the coolest shows on the planet. This is No Boundaries Radio, and we're glad to have you. Better wear a cup.
This is Gabrielle Faust, and you're listening to No Boundaries Radio, where all the vampires hang out late at night.
Hi there, this is the artist, Mike Bliss. I'm over here in London, and I'm here to tell you that No Boundaries Radio has gone global and is drawing listeners from all over the world.
This is Donna Stewart from Sci-Fi Radio, and you're listening to No Boundaries Radio. They're a little messed up, but they're cool.
Welcome to the No Boundaries radio show. Are you ready for a wild ride in radio entertainment? Let's welcome our host, William Maltese, author of over 200 books, and JoJo from VampireWear, creator of jewelry and clothing for the undead. Hey everybody, welcome to the No Boundaries radio show. It's Wednesday, May the 15th, 2013, just in case we're putting a time capsule somewhere. But we're so happy tonight. We have Thea Munster, and she's the brainchild behind the Toronto Zombie Walk. But before we talk to Thea, I know William's been busy this week, and I also have to ask him, because he's always making cool drinks for the show, how hard it was to come up with a zombie drink, because there's got to be like hundreds of them out there.
There really
There really is.
I tried every one of them to see which one I would be having.
Oh, woohoo!
Oh yeah, whoop whoop whoop. Yeah, I don't need to go any further. Yeah, well, actually, speaking of drinking, I didn't do much this weekend, but go out and drink. And go to a few parties. And in the process, I had 5 new cocktails named after me, 5 new original cocktails. So I figure at this rate, I now have 8. I can soon write a book about it and have my own cocktail book.
Well, I thought that was a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, some of them were mighty foul tasting, but they were still named after me. So what the hell? Anyway, so this evening, see if I can get this all out in one breath, because of Thea being the Munster brainchild. No, it's Thea Munster.
He's had too many zombie drinks.
It's not Thea the Munster. It's Thea Munster. Being the brainchild of the Toronto Zombie Walk, I actually found a drink that was called the Zombie Walk Cocktail.
Oh,
there's a Zombie Walk cocktail?
Yeah, a Zombie Walk cocktail, which is 1 ounce white rum, 1 ounce dark rum, 1 ounce gold rum, 1 ounce apricot brandy, 10 ounces of pineapple juice, 1 ounce of guava nectar, pineapple or papaya juice, a half ounce of lime juice, 1 hibiscus flower. Then there's some wild hibiscus, one inch of wild hibiscus syrup, which I found. First, I found it difficult to find hibiscus syrup.
And
the last time I had anything hibiscus was hibiscus tea in Cairo, and I even went digging for that to see if it would work. But I ended up having to go down to a friend who has a bigger liquor thingy than I do. Anyway, you shake all of that together in an ice-filled cocktail shaker and just fill up your glass, and then you can garnish with I forget what. Fruit slice.
Yeah.
I didn't garnish. Instead of I understand I can do it with a fruit slice or a mint sprig or even a crawly spider. So the picture that I'm posting has a spider there, but
spider.
My drink isn't garnished with anything. I was in a hurry this evening, and it just all got dumped into the mixer and then into the glass. So that's what I'm having.
Oh.
Which
I was thinking
not have too many because I'm off to a good
I was just
start.
thinking that it needed more rum.
I know. And the thing is, you'd think these guys would do me a favor and just ask for, one kind so that you could use one bottle. But, God, no, you have to go down to the liquor store and buy the place out anyway to make these things. But that's okay because there'll be other drinks that take the same ingredients. Anyway, that brings us to you and what you and VampireWear.com has been up to for the last 7 days.
Yeah.
And what you're drinking, if anything. Are you still drinking vodka?
I'm drinking vodka right now, yeah.
Vodka
and it's such a hot, beautiful day. It was perfect. I put some vodka and iced tea. And it's just, I've worked really hard the last couple of days, but today I kind of slacked off because I got my bike out of storage. So I was whipping around. There's some pictures on Facebook of my Vampire 1 bike, and that was a lot of fun. But I still do have the I'm gonna keep it going till the end of May, I believe. The free shipping voucher. So it's any orders $50 or more, you get free shipping on the VampireWear.com website. You just put in the voucher code free ship. I have a hard time saying that. FREESHIP. Yeah, free ship in the voucher code, and you get free shipping and anything over $50, and it's great because of the Demonia shoes and all that. Everybody buying all their shoes for spring, and there have been a lot of shoes going out right now. So it's awesome. Everything's great. And also to let you guys know that the No Boundary Radio Show archives are now being put up on YouTube, and that's just youtube.com/VampireWear. Until we start the No Boundaries channel on there, we're just using the VampireWear. But I just wanted to say enough of our stuff because we have to get talking to Thea Munster. Thea is the brainchild behind the Toronto Zombie Walk that has put Toronto on the map for public displays of zombie gruesomeness, and zombie walks have become an international phenomena. So thank you for being on the show, Thea.
Than't for having me. Really appreciate it.
Welcome. And while we've got you here at the beginning, why don't you tell everyone what the zombie walk is? And then why don't you tell us
I thought you asked what I was drinking.
Yeah. Well, we can do that.
Well, because I never assumed that I never assumed. What are you drinking tonight?
Our guests owe us drink, William, if they've heard the show before.
We can get them on.
No,
okay.
The funniest thing was how you said a zombie recipe. I didn't even know. And I thought, a zombie would be really great today because it's like so hot out and everything. But I didn't have the right supplies. And so instead I had a guava with dark rum. But then I meant to put apricot brandy, so it tastes a little bit like a zombie. But I actually instead put banana liqueur in it. And it's the weirdest thing I've ever had in my life. But, it's because I'm not going to drink too fast and, I can nurse this on.
That sounds like an original. We can maybe take that recipe and name it after me. And
No,
we'll name it after Thea.
Yeah. Oh, a Thea. A Thea the Munster drink.
I like that.
Munster cocktail.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Well, do you have anything else to say about your drinking habits?
Well, she has a zombie family drink history or something. A bunch of
tell
zombie
us about
drinks.
your zombie drinks history in your family.
You know what?
First, I thought she had a history of zombies in her family, but it turned out it was just her drinks. So.
Well, you never know, where, it's like a black sheep of the family, does one zombie just happen to appear in the family? You never know, right? So,
no.
But we do have a zombie that we always make at my house, and my mom makes it and everything, but it's almost like your recipe, but without the hibiscus, which now I'm just excited. I just want to throw hibiscus in it and try it out.
It's interesting. And then if you happen to have a wild hibiscus, which all of us have grown in our garden, you can garnish it with that too if you'd like.
Oh.
We have this thing called I call it the Hamilton hibiscus. It's like this. It's called a Rose of Sharon in Hamilton. It looks like a hibiscus, but it's everywhere. So it's like I just call it Hamilton hibiscus. And I think it's kind of funny, but I wouldn't recommend putting in your drink because I think it's poisonous. So
Oh,
That would not be good.
a lot of stuff in Hamilton is poisonous.
Oh, you mean that hibiscus is poisonous?
I don't know if
Not all the hibiscus are poisonous, surely.
No.
Or I would have been dead.
Only which is actually a rose of Sharon. It's not.
Oh, so it's actually.
But it looks exactly like it. You could be tempted.
Wow. Yeah. I was going to say a lot of things are poisonous in Hamilton with all the factories.
Hey, there's real zombies here.
I know.
Anyway.
Okay. Now that we've got our
drinks
out of the way, shall we move on from there? Are you ready, Thea, to move on from there?
Yes. We can go.
Is there anything else you'd like me to ask you?
I'm sorry.
No, that's all right.
Oh, it's great. I love it.
We were talking about it before the show, and it was just, my memory is so short, it's a good thing you called me to mind. So if we talked about anything else we were going to talk about, you better let me know, because I've already forgotten.
No,
so.
I swear. It's just up to you.
Okay.
You can talk about whatever you want.
Okay, then. First off, why don't you tell everybody what the Toronto Zombie Walk is, and then why don't you tell us how you happened to come up with it, and when you did it, and why you did it, and how you did it, and that sort of thing. Because it's fascinating, because you just say, you can talk about a zombie walk, but until I actually looked it up, I really didn't have much of a clue.
And Thea invented it. Yeah. She's the one that did the very first one.
Yeah.
That is the reason why everywhere else in the world you hear zombie walks all the time now in different cities and in different countries.
Yeah, it kind of spread like the plague. It was cool.
And before The Walking Dead, that's really cool. Like you were like way before all that stuff. So it's so interesting.
She was the harbinger or whatever.
Well, I think that was my problem, was there was not the zombie fanaticism that there is now when I started it. And when I moved to Toronto, and I met a lot of horror people, because I originally came from BC, but I didn't meet anyone that was really wanted to dress like zombies. It just didn't come up. So I'd have these zombie parties. I would be like, you can only come to the party if you're dressed like a zombie. So no one show up.
Oh, no. I'm surprised in Toronto.
Well, then it wasn't. It was weird. I met all these horror people, and they really loved horror and everything, and I could have great conversations that way. But they didn't want to dress as the living dead. They thought that they just didn't want to role play or anything like that. But I thought it would be cool if a group of us just got together and we took over, I more saw it in my head. I saw it in the suburbs. We just wander down the streets, a big horde of us, and just, it would be scary. Yeah. And so I could not find anyone to do this with me. So I just made actually a poster, and I just put it all over Toronto, and the first year I got 7 people. So.
Wow. Yeah. I was going to ask you how many came the first year.
Yeah. And now it's 10,000 people, and it's a yearly event. It's growing to the point that I have bands playing, I have vendors, I have food vendors, I have... this year we're having a zombie marching band. It's it's insane what it's grown to. But, it's crazy. And a lot of events, they'll have an event and then they copyright, the slogan, or the event, Nuit Blanche is not actually... it comes from somewhere else, right? So I never did that. I wanted it to spread. When people write me and they say that they're starting a zombie walk in another city, I'm really excited because I'm like, oh yeah, I wanted to see it spread everywhere. So one girl that came on my first zombie walk, she moved to Vancouver and started a zombie walk there. And her first zombie walk got 100 and something people. So, and my second zombie walk only got 12 people.
Oh, wow.
I was so mad. I'm and then from there, it spread to San Francisco. And then, all of a sudden, ours became huge. I think after that, all of a sudden, it jumped up to 100 and something, and then 300, then 600, then 3,000. It's just crazy.
Wow. Now, you all dress up like zombies, and you wander down the street. Is that correct? I mean,
yeah.
Is that what the zombie walk is? You just all dress up and wander down the street, and rednecks take pot shots at you.
But the thing is, it's about the community, right? Because no, people don't understand until they come, and then they're in this collective community of all the zombies, and it's just this it's like a rush, right? Because you're with all these other zombies, and you're all like. For me, zombies are really interesting because they're a monster, and they're a monster that works better in a group. Mm-hmm. So for me, that's exciting because these groups of zombies come together, and they can feel a power in the horde, and they all work together to eat human flesh, and it's just a really great feeling. So.
Were you a weird child?
I might have been a little bit weird.
Did your parents think you were mighty strange?
But I always really loved monsters. And then when I saw zombies, I was like, wow, that's it. Like, that's it. I love it.
Okay, now with marketing, with an advertising marketing background like I've got, did you ever think of franchising this?
Well, that's the thing. It wouldn't have gotten as big if I had franchised it.
If you had franchised it? Not like... I mean, McDonald's got big.
No, but I wouldn't want to, like, for me, I feel like it's for everyone, and anyone can start one, and it's going everywhere. The interesting thing is, though, I think that in the long run, it's come back to help us out, and it's come back to Toronto being the original zombie walk place, and a lot of people want to come to Toronto. So it's like a longer road, but it came back to help us in the long run, I think.
And people want to meet you, too. Like, let's talk about maybe George Romero.
Oh, yeah. We actually got to meet, to work with him a couple times. On Survival of the Dead, we did a little promo, like some of our zombies. And
he even asked you to bring yourself and some fellow zombies to movie premieres and things. Is that correct? How does that work?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
We've been... like, it's amazing. We've got to do all these great things because of the zombie walk. George Romero became a Toronto citizen, so we gave him a plaque, and we had a zombie walk just in celebration for him. And we've got to do many things with the man. He's an amazing guy. And I got to be in Survival of the Dead. I'm a zombie. I'm the orange-haired zombie. I'm only on for like 1 second, but... It's still
For those people who don't know, by the way, George Romero is a huge name in the horror industry. I'm just saying that. I mean, I'm sure there are more people out there more knowledgeable about him than I am, but I suspect there might be some people who don't know, and he's really, really a huge name. Although I was interested to find out, I was interested to find out, you said he became a Toronto citizen? Wouldn't that be Canadian? Or did you just give him the key to the city?
He was originally from Pittsburgh, so... He was filming all those zombie movies in Pittsburgh, and he just, it's kind of weird because Toronto has become kind of a city of the zombies because then we had the Resident Evil features, which became huge, and that's got, our City Hall, Toronto City Hall and stuff in it. And then George Romero, I guess, started to make movies here, and then he actually married a Canadian, and he moved to Toronto. So
he became a Canadian citizen.
Yeah.
Oh, did you give him the key to Toronto?
I know.
You just gave him a Zambo. You just gave him.
Actually, we gave him it was like a severed hand holding a CN Tower.
That's cool. Yeah.
Well, yes, I even saw that my old publisher Harlequin is handing out a free zombie book at your
I love Harlequin. They were great.
Really? Yeah, well, I must say, I was surprised to see that. They're really becoming, they used to be rather staid. Now they're really, a zombie book. I bet, Joanne, you might...
Yeah, I just wanted to say, you're also working with Toronto After Dark, right? Adam Lopez, or?
Yeah.
Yeah? Is there anything going on, like...
I'm not working with them this year again, because the thing is that our walk got pushed back. Like, we're always at the mercy of the Boston Qualifier Marathon. And because of when their timing is, like, I got kicked out of my spot. So I'm usually the third week of October, and I had to move to October 26th.
Oh, okay.
So I'm right after Toronto After Dark. So it's not that we won't advertise or maybe present or maybe have a zombie night there.
Yeah.
But there's nothing, like, on the exact same day.
Oh, okay.
Anymore. Yeah. But there's something very exciting, which I can tell you now.
Okay.
Yes.
And this is the first time I'm breaking this news, so it's like really big.
Excellent.
Oh, this is a good place to do it.
It is, yes.
But I think you're going to be really excited because what's happening is because we're on the October 26th, and we've always wanted to expand the zombie walk. So this year we're going to open it up. So we're inviting all monsters to come walk with us. So we're inviting people to come walk with us in their Halloween costume before they go out to their Halloween parties. So the zombies are welcoming vampires, werewolves, anything you want to be.
Oh.
And then we actually have rolling street closures. So it's going to turn into more of a zombie walk and Halloween parade. And I think it's going to be crazy, insanely huge this year.
I might get more than 7.
70,000.
Yeah. I mean,
instead of 10,000, 70,000.
Like we've never said like vampires can't come or werewolves can't come, but now we're putting out an open invitation that's please come and join us like before you go out, you know.
And you know that the vampires have to be invited, so.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They can't come. That's right.
Exactly.
That's very clever. That's very clever, JoJo. I don't think I would have thought of that on my own. Well, maybe. I mean, but. By the way, did Thea? Thea, right?
Yeah.
Thea. Yes. Do you do your makeup yourself? Or do you have professionals come in? Do all of these people usually? Are these just people who do their own blood splatter?
Well, most people,
Dexter.
a lot of them do their own, but the last couple of years I've had a makeup artist. I get Taylor James to do my makeup because she did my makeup one year and I loved her makeup so much that on the day of the walk, I get her to do it. And that way it's great because it's less stress off me. I'm trying to run the walk. And she does my makeup, and she did my dead bride. So she's just amazing makeup artist. So now I'm like, I want her to do my makeup all the time. But for all the other events that we do our own makeup, and we're always sharing tips and tricks with each other. It's pretty cool.
And people can get involved also behind the scenes, right? Like volunteer and do all sorts of that.
Yes, please volunteer. And if you don't like to dress up, like please volunteer. We need every type. And
give money. Give money for.
Well,
I mean, these people need posters and advertising and licensing and all sorts of good things. So if you want to have fun, and you don't want to dress up, what's a few bucks, huh? Canadian dollar there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, we need a lot of money to run the event. So we do a lot of fundraising activities during the year to run it, and we are looking for sponsors and that kind of thing. And I don't know how it's going to go this year, so we seem to be in a good spot right now, but we'll probably be doing some fundraising events during the summer.
And they can go to torontozombiewalk.ca to get all sorts of information. Plus, a couple of videos I happened to run across that actually shows, I think, the 205 zombie walk and the 208 zombie walk, which is quite interesting. You know, you'd think you were in a...
the zombies look different?
Amongst the Walking Dead, I mean...
They were way before The Walking Dead.
It's quite fascinating. So I mean, people are really interested. I mean, in doing that, they should really go there because we can only cover so much in an hour, and there's a lot more information there, including how you can be a volunteer and how you can donate money and how you can dress up and do all sorts of good things. So
that website.
Sure to go to that site.
The website's
more
amazing.
Info coming.
So torontozombiewalk.ca. And I was just thinking, guys, we just have to take a quick break here for a little bit of advertising for our own sponsorship here, William. And hell yeah. So
forget the guest.
But we're not going to be gone long, guys. Not even 5 minutes. So we'll be right back with Thea Munster, and I had some fun stuff to go over when we come back. So I'll save it as a surprise. Okay.
Oh. Okay.
When the sun goes down, do you start to crave something dark and decadent? VampireWear has something for your immortal soul. Jewelry, accessories, and if you dare, VampireWear. Home of the Tribal Fang Necklace, complete with certificate of authenticity, except no other. Get your VampireWear at VampireWear.com. We always get what we pray for.
Looking for some erotic literature? Guaranteed to ignite your passion. Look no further than author William Maltese. With titles such as Dare to Love in Oz, Circus Sex, Godmaker Vampires of London, and Love Hurts. You can pick your favorite flavor, from mainstream romance to S&M and gay erotica. Want to get hot in the kitchen or the back of the boat? William also has a line of tasty cookbooks. Check out Back of the Boat, Gourmet Cooking, and Even Gourmets Have to Diet. Go to WilliamMaltese.com and enjoy over 200 books and over 4 decades of love. Hey everybody, okay, we are back from break, and if you weren't here for the beginning of the show, we're talking to Thea Munster. Thea is the brainchild behind the Toronto Zombie Walk, which started in 2003 and has taken off and is now an event held worldwide. So welcome back to the show, everybody.
Thank you.
But I thought it would be fun after the break. We were going to do it before the break and we ran out of time because I loved it, Thea, the rules of the Zombie Walk that are there on the website.
Mm-hmm.
So do you want her to repeat them, or are you going?
I have them here. I have them here, so you guys can comment. But number 1 was respect other people's property, eat brains, but leave no marks behind. Number 2, stay off the road and try to shamble on the sidewalk. Number 3.
No longer true.
No longer true. You get to wander in the roads.
Well, it doesn't have to be true now that you can shut off the road,
yeah,
right?
we're getting rolling closures this year.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah, I think 70,000 people on a sidewalk. One mighty.
Better be a big sidewalk.
They're like, why does the zombie walk take so long? Because you're making us go on the sidewalk.
I know, it's 90 miles long. With 7 people. I mean, what can I say?
And
10,000 these days, yeah.
Yeah, number 3.
Go ahead, Joe.
Respect other zombies and the living's personal space. No special mauling rights are given to zombies. I like that one.
So does Thea.
I know. Number 4.
I haven't read these in a while.
I like this one. Number 4, you are responsible for your own corpse. so no littering with the corpses, guys. You got to take care of your corpses.
Body pieces here and there.
Yeah, no one wants
to. Yeah, make sure you pick them up. If you lose a hand, make sure you pick it up.
No one wants to trip over a hand or some other body part.
Yeah, dangerous. Yeah.
And then number 5, of course, is have fun. So I thought those.
Yes, and that's the most important. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing about those rules, is that we had to start putting up rules because of what happened is on one of our walks, some fake blood got left in front of one of the subway stations.
Oh.
And it launched the police into like a full-scale report or something. And they put investigation. They put the tape up and everything. So they said we cost them so many man hours of police.
Wow.
But you think there's a big difference between fake blood and real blood. But I guess there's not. It's getting so realistic, right?
Well,
but
with doing the blood files, what I found was the fake blood, and I was told this before, is a much brighter color, and they do that on purpose. but then you can, like I do stuff and mix stuff to make it look more like real blood myself. So, yeah.
Yeah, but at least you've been to a lot of crime scenes. You're not going to recognize real blood from fake.
Well, like I guess, as long as I put it out there, we're not really liable. Because in any parade or any walk or any bicycle run, there's always going to be garbage left behind. So we know that, but it's just pointing it out makes us less responsible. So
yeah.
Oh, well, then that's how you have to do it. Well, the rules are. I think the rules are very amusing anyway. So
yeah, we try to.
Since you needed an excuse to come up with them, you came up with some very nice ones.
Yeah, so they're funny, but they're true. Not to
they apply, but they're amusing in the bargain.
Yeah. How long is the zombie walk, Thea? Like, how far does it go?
Well, last year was too short, and I got a lot of complaints about that. So we're actually making it longer. At one point, it went from Trinity Bellwoods Park all the way to Christie Pitts, and that one I lost a lot of the younger children that come on the walk because there's a lot of families. So it's too long for them. So then when they moved me to Nathan Phillips Square, I thought, okay, we'll go up University, across Dundas, down Yonge, and back to University, because it's like it's like downtown, right? So it will seem like it's longer, but a lot of people thought the walk was too short. So this time, we don't have an official route, but believe me, we'll be going down Yonge. We'll be at Yonge for sure, and we'll be going further and then coming down. So there'll be spots where you can break off if it's too long for you or that kind of thing.
Okay, for those of us who are unfamiliar with the mileage of the Toronto city landscape, how many miles is that? Or is it a mile?
It was, it's like 3 kilometers.
Sorry. Oh, 3 kilometers. Oh, 3 kilometers. Oh, that's very Canadian. Well, I suppose it's very rest of the world except America. Except the United States, as a matter of fact. But
and Thea, we just had an announcement in chat, which is really good to put out on the air. On Sunday, August the 19th, the Toronto Zombie Walk will be holding its 3rd annual Zombie Car Wash, Blood and Suds. The event runs from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. at the Classic Coin Car Wash at the corner of Lansdowne and College in Toronto. And all proceeds go towards paying the costs to run the 2013 Zombie Walk.
Yeah, I was going to get to that if that's like a...
sure. It's a JoJo to rush on you.
Well, I'm the one watching the chat.
Take up our guest airtime. I ain't never in my life.
Oh, taking up airtime, William. Hello. Hello.
All right.
He always tells me to interrupt him, Thea, and then he just blop, 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 blop. I can't get a word in edgewise.
I didn't want to put that out there yet because I'm just not sure if it's confirmed with the car wash place yet. But I'm sure it's okay because they love us. So
yeah, well,
there
it
you
is
go.
now.
But we haven't put out the flyer yet, so that's more.
Okay, and if it's wrong information, feel free to Joanne.
I think it should be. I think it's probably right. We just haven't put out the announcement yet. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so,
well, JoJo's put it out for us.
Okay.
Oops.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, at least I'm watching chat. Hey.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Anything else going on there?
Did you have something else? JoJo? Since you so rudely cut me off.
Oh, you're so bad.
Yes, go ahead. Let's see how long you can keep this show going. When I turn mute.
Mute. Oh, just drinking your zombie cocktails there.
Yeah, that's right. Just pouting. Okay. Go ahead.
Well, and I was gonna ask Thea. With all the other zombie walks that are popping up worldwide, do you get called in? Like, do they call you like as a zombie consultant or an event consultant?
No, I did. But I got to go to Mardi Gras this year, and they have a crew called the Crew of the Living Dead, and I got to be the queen of a crew this year, so that was fun.
Oh, okay.
That was really great.
I seen the pictures on Facebook of New Orleans, so that would have been that. So,
yeah, it was amazing. I just I love New Orleans, and that was one of the biggest honors ever. But I'd love to get more involved. I mean, I talked to a lot of walks over the internet, they just want to know about permits and what we do for insurance and that sort of thing. So I do talk to people. So I'm a consultant, but I'm just like an unpaid consultant.
Oh.
And while we know that being on this show is the celebrity highlight of your career so far.
Oh my gosh, this has been so fun.
I'm sure, I've heard by the grapevine you've been on lots of magazines and you've been on a lot of TV shows too. Do you want to run through some of those?
Sure. I mean, I guess the biggest, I don't know what I would go, like most of it is just promo for the zombie walk. So, or the greatest was being on CNN when we were doing the George Romero walk. I mean, like how cool was that? That's just so bizarre, right? To see the zombie on CNN and
wow,
being a spokesperson. Yeah, and there's been many. There's a documentary coming out, so called Doc of the Dead, and then there's the other documentary, which is Dead Meat Walking, which is a feature on like actual zombie walks, and they actually credit Toronto as the first, and they came from LA and everything, and that was really great. Yeah.
Yeah,
so it's fun.
Okay, take it away, Joanne.
No. I just said, and I was seeing here you did Fangoria, which is like a magazine. That's a great magazine. It's been around for years, eh?
Yeah, they've been great to us. They covered the zombie car wash last year, and then they're giving us part of their booths to help raise money for the walk and put out the word for the walk at the Niagara Falls Comic-Con.
Okay, what's the date on that?
I think it's June 8th and 9th. It's on that weekend there. And they've just been absolutely wonderful with, like, putting out information about the walk and covering the walk and everything.
Okay, so June the 8th, and that's the Niagara Comic-Con, Fangoria.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I seen also Horror Host Magazine. Penny Blood. I've seen that, I think, just on Facebook and stuff, so that's really cool, too.
That was cool because it was the craziest. Danzig was on the cover, and I was like, wow.
Oh, yeah?
I was like, I'm in the same magazine as Danzig. That I knew. I was like,
that's kind of neat, yeah. Yeah. But
no, it's fun. For me, it's not really about myself. Like, I'm kind of shy, and I like it because I get the word out, but I would never want to be famous, you know?
Well, you are, though.
Oh, you are.
You are now. You've been on our radio show.
Yeah, I mean, you have no place else to go from here but down.
Good luck, eh?
Yeah, good luck with that.
Well, this is awesome, and I'm so glad that you got to come on the show, Thea, because I thought about it for a long time ago. We just got to do something in Toronto, right? So, and
yeah,
we're definitely going to be at the walk this year, and that's October 26th, and everybody meets at 12 p.m., and the walk starts at 3 p.m. at Nathan Phillips Scare. I like that. And what events do you have planned this year? Do you have some bands going to be there?
The most exciting thing is one of my favorite bands is playing, and that's the Independents, which is a great horror punk ska band that's been around for a long time. Joey Ramone actually produced them, and it was his favorite band before he passed away. But they're playing, and it's just, for me, it's going to be like a thrill. That's when I take my break that day. I'm going to watch that show.
Yeah. Are they on before the walk, or is it?
Sorry?
Is it before the walk or after the walk?
It's probably going to be after. So, like, when the zombies come back to the square, they'll play. Besides that, we're just still in the very early stages. I mean, the most exciting thing to me is that we might have a zombie marching band and that sort of thing. And we're trying to build our own bike float right now. So we're inviting people to come out and build, like, horror bike floats and stuff like that. So I think it's just going to be a really exciting year where we grow, like, in what we are. So
horror bike floats, are bikes pulling the floats, or people just build the floats around the bikes, or?
Either way.
Oh, okay.
We just got it right.
I was just trying to picture it.
Choosing. I'm trying to picture.
I was trying to picture it because I just got my bike out, so I was thinking, what can I do with my bike? Make it like a zombie bike because it's vampire. Well, I can go because she said vampires were invited this year. So.
Yeah. Well, she said. Well, like basically, in New Orleans, did you see any of my New Orleans pictures?
I saw a few of them. Yeah.
But there's like bike floats that are basically they build paper mache like parts on them.
Oh,
or they'll take a little
body parts.
You could do body parts, or you can build a all.
My mind is just going wild here.
You have a big carriage on the back, or like ours, we don't know what we're gonna do yet. Like it might be a giant skull. Like we got a trike, so either we're gonna pull like a coffin, or we're gonna use it and make a giant skull mold around the bike, something like that. But you can do so much stuff, and if you look up bike floats and like think of that and
okay,
because we're gonna progress to actually get floats eventually.
Yeah. Oh, neat.
So it's gonna. What I want to see is like my vision is seeing like fire trucks like with with hoses full of blood shooting the crowd. Like that's what I see, right? Eventually.
Yeah.
No problem there.
Yeah, you're and your parents and I
with the cleanup. CSI's getting called in going, oh my God, there's blood everywhere. Oh my God.
Well, if we can afford that, trust me, we can afford to put plastic over the whole Toronto streets. Like,
yeah. Bring Dexter in, yes.
Or I heard there's blood that disappears now. I don't know. I've never seen it myself, but I heard there's this amazing blood that will just disappear that they use for stage shows sometimes.
Oh, neat.
Wow. Yeah. Eco-friendly blood.
Eco blood.
Digestible or whatever that is.
Digestible.
Yeah. I think it's something else. I've got my walk. I've got my zombie thing. It's carrying me away here with wrong terminology. Yeah. So.
But we're getting close to time here, guys, and so I just wanted to make sure Thea
step on other people's feet.
Yeah, Thea gets all her information out there where everybody can find her and everybody to go and support the Toronto Zombie Walk.
Thank you so much.
Oh, I was going to say
that's what it's called. Dead air.
Well, I thought she was going to say the website.
Cut off.
No, I thought you were going to say the website, but that's okay. I can do it.
Just a full guest and make them.
So everybody can go to TorontoZombieWalk.ca, and you also have Twitter, right? And that's TO Zombie Walk.
Yeah, it's TO Zombie Walk.
Yeah, so Twitter.com/TO Zombie Walk, but just go to the TorontoZombieWalk.ca. And I saw all the links there to the Facebook and Twitter and all that great stuff. But thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Yeah, and can't wait to see you at the Zombie Walk in October. That'll be fun. And coming up next, we have Ginger with Butterfly Effects, and she was in chat, and she said, zombies and exorcisms. It's a perfect night, so I guess her show's about exorcisms tonight. So everybody, if you're looking for some romantic literature or erotic literature, go to Amazon.com and put in William Maltese. And if you're looking for gothic jewelry, boots, and all that fun stuff, go to my site, VampireWear.com. And we will catch you guys on the 22nd of May, the next Wednesday. Good night. Thanks, Thea.
Yes. Good night. Thank you.
So much.
Thank you.